in total fit of laziness, I decided this week my coach's blog is going to be a video blog. So I asked Ruth and Meg, the other coaches at Oakhurst, to sit with me and talk to me about the 3-day clinic that we announced coming up at Oakhurst next summer. So it's a 3-day clinic and competition, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
that's correct.
August 17th to 20th, 2017. We're just in the planning stage right now. We have done it years and years ago in the past, and it's something that Ruth and Mark felt like it was time to resurrect and run again. So can you explain to us a little bit about what the 3-day clinic competition is and how it works?
It's like in 50 words or less.
Yes.
So it is run as a clinic and a competition. There are winners and non-winners. Also run as a clinic in that for most people that haven't done a long format, we're going to guide you through it. There'll be clinicians here as well. Clinicians will be announced as they get secured on the website. One of the coolest parts is the riding of the ABC on endurance day. So dressage day is the same. We'll teach people how to do a horse inspection. So getting them ready for their first FEI competition, and then hacking around A and C. And on dressage day, there'll be steeplechase schooling. So there takes the fear out of what to expect on steeplechase on endurance day. So they'll know how each fence will ride on the steeplechase and the speed that they'll be going at. And clinicians will guide them through all of that. Clinicians will help them through the 10-minute box area and the finish of D, and get them ready to show jump the next day. Big victory gallops, obviously. On the show jumping day, show jumping in reverse order of standing, horse inspection again that morning, and lots and lots and lots of cool prizes.
And the most interesting thing for me as a coach, because I'm a competition coach, is the levels that we're offering. We're offering entry, pre-training, and training. So this is a chance to get the lower level kids to see where eventing came from, what a long format 3-day event is, and how all the parts work. As coaches, why would you encourage your students to do this?
Megan,
over to you.
Well, as a coach, I think I'd encourage my students to do this competition because first off, it is a clinic, so you have lots of clinicians there who can share their knowledge about the 3-day and about their riding in general and give lots of hints. I also think it's a great opportunity for them to learn about their horse's fitness. And as we know, like the roads and tracks and the steeplechase and the 10-minute box is all about their fitness and heart rate. Although I did have a question for either one of you. 10-minute box.
Yeah.
Will you explain that? I've
Sure.
never done a 3-day, so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So each rider on the endurance day will do phase A, which is roads and tracks. And that's about 2,500 meters long at a speed of 220 meters a minute. Then at the end of roads and tracks, they've got 1 minute at the beginning of steeplechase to talk to their coach, talk to a clinician, relax. And then they'll steeplechase. The steeplechase, probably about 3 minutes. For the training level horses, they're going to do that at a speed of 500 meters a minute. The finish of steeplechase, they'll go straight back onto roads and tracks. So we think of that second roads and tracks as a recovery phase. And there they're going about 160 meters a minute. So they've got an opportunity to walk, they've got an opportunity to do some trot, and let the horse's heart rate, temperature, and respiration recover a little bit before they get to the 10-minute holding area. And that 10-minute holding area, the 10-minute box, is where each rider will have a crew of people that are prepped and ready to go. The horse will come into the 10-minute box, a little trot. The vet will inspect it at the trot when it trots in, make sure that it looks great on all 4 legs, and then the rider will dismount and their crew will take over. So halter goes on the horse with the extra bridle number on, and then they'll start cooling that horse. So depending on what the vet gets for vitals as that horse enters the 10-minute box will determine a little bit what happens with that crew. And if the horse is quite warm, then that crew has a lot of cooling to do. So water, and we'll have ice available because it is in August. And on the Friday, one of the clinics that we will do with everybody sitting down is we'll set up the 10-minute box and explain where people are going to be. At about the end of 6 minutes, the vet will want to inspect the horse again. So they'll take their vitals again and then jog the horse in hand So the rider will jog the horse in hand, and if given the go-ahead by the vet, you'll reset tack, remount, and go to the start box for cross country. So we get asked the question a lot, so where are my warm-up fences for cross country? Well, your warm-up fences are the steeplechase fences, so which is why the importance of having that steeplechase school the day before to make sure that everybody feels quite confident that that's your first jump. Is a nice, big, fluffy brush jump.
It's a lot to do in 10 minutes.
A lot to do in 10 minutes. But it's for anybody that's been in a 10-minute box before as part of a crew, it's the coolest spot to be. Like, that's where I like to be.
So we're going to have training for the coaches and training for the competitors. The other thing I was asked the other day by one of the local coaches that I thought was really cool and they're very excited about was the jogs. When you watch the jogs at the big international competitions, outfit and presentation is a big part of the social part of doing the jogs. And she wanted to make sure because their team has already started finding their jog outfits.
Awesome.
I'm super excited to see everybody in their fancy outfits jogging their horses up and down. And you get a couple shots at it because you have the first jog and then you have the jog stadium day. So I think that will be.
And speaking of social, I mean the whole or around a 3-day, there are some social activities as well. So on the Thursday night there'll be a welcome cocktail party and briefing, and then on the Saturday night, obviously. A big competitors party. Probably no bouncy jousting this year, but I would stay tuned to some of the cool ideas we have for that competitors party. I think it's going to be pretty awesome.
I feel like we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of whippersnipping.
A lot of whippersnipping. A question was asked earlier, does the roads and tracks have to be all whippersnipped? The answer was no. It's going to be mowed, but if you think that's going to be over 6,000 meters, in length, that's a lot of whippersnipping. But there is a lot of whippersnipping to do, don't worry.
Okay, so thank you, ladies, for helping me with my blog. And if you ever need to cheat and do a video blog,
Next week.
Awesome.
Thank you.